Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys, and as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can troubleshoot your problems here live. So I'm going to focus on the Ethereum ETF news tonight. That's the big breaking story. We'll talk a little bit about where Bitcoin is. And our Q&A tonight will focus on the Trezor Safe 3 hardware wallet device. This is the newest offering from the Trezor products, and it has a secure chip element. The previous models did not. The previous models were the architecture, the hardware architecture was completely open source. But more and more hardware companies are using the secure chip element to up their security game. It is, in fact, more secure to use a secure chip element. Now, this makes the device not completely open source. And there's this whole thing about people, oh, it has to be open source. I don't trust if it's not open source. Well, guess what? A hardware wallet that does not have a secure chip element is really not that secure. A secure chip element is secret by design, and they're usually made by third parties, and they're proprietary, so they are not open source. So let's focus. Every cryptocurrency hardware wallet requires a certain level of trust on the part of the user. This is just a fact of life. It would be great if crypto hardware wallet devices were theoretically, mathematically verifiable and open source, but that's just not how the real world works. So there is a certain level of trust you have to put into any hardware wallet. I'm harping already and we haven't even got started. So let's jump in. Like I said, I'm going to talk about the Trezor Safe 3. We're going to connect it to the Rabby Wallet, and we're going to talk about all of the things that go into that interface. First and foremost, you are not opening it up to a hot wallet. A lot of people think, oh, don't connect your wallet to a hot wallet. Basically, what you're doing is using the device as it's intended. You are securing your hot wallet with a hardware device, which in fact makes it a cold wallet. So we'll explore that a little more tonight. Let's jump in. I want to thank everyone that's here tonight. Let's just go over and see who's here. Let's change this monitor. We got to put the monitor here. There we go. Okay. So once again, Andreas was here. Kenny was here early. Thank you so much, Kenny, for the news. I used quite a bit of your stories tonight. RK is here. Simona Mullen is here. Garrett Group LLC. Bobby, thanks for being here again. Bobby, Mark Schlossberg from Slovakia. Good to have you. Asil, always a pleasure. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights here again. That's great. E. Poston from Colorado. Always wonderful to have all you guys here with me tonight. You're like family. Paul, thanks for being here. Amsterdam, Holland. CM from Bournemouth, UK. If it's your first time, welcome. Hugh Franklin, good to have you here. From Eddie, who says not good. I've said a lot of things, so I don't know which one of the not goods I blurted out, but hey, you know. How will this affect Pulse Chain? Don't talk about Pulse Chain, please. Pulse Chain is Richard Hart. I consider that a scam. You may disagree. Respectfully, I disagree. I don't like Hex Coin or Pulse Chain. So I won't be evaluating them. You're welcome to hang out and we'll talk about wallets, but not a fan of Pulse Chain. P was likes his Trezor Safe 3. Price will only go up. The rest locked up Shotcoin on and off. I think maybe you're talking about the ETF. So we're going to jump into the news. If you're new to my live stream, and it looks like there are a couple of new ones here, check out the description down below or to the side. YouTube has implemented a new layout, which I really cannot stand. They're putting the comments over on the right side where the suggested videos used to be, and they have the suggested videos on the bottom below the main video. I just really despise this layout, but there's nothing you can do to get it back in your Chrome or YouTube settings. In order to get it back, you're going to have to use a third-party extension to do it, and I really don't like doing that either. But I've been poking around on Reddit, and some people are mentioning that it's sort of only rolling out in certain for certain users. For example, if you look, see, this is the layout here. So if you look, they've got the comments over here and the suggested videos down below. But over on my other YouTube, they've got the old the old layout. Right. See, the old layout is still working on my my personal YouTube. So go figure. And they've got the comments down below. So if you're experiencing this, just realize that it's YouTube, man. They're just messing with us. And there's nothing we can do about it unless you download some sort of third-party extension, which you may want to do if you really don't like this. And they may put it back. We don't know. Anyhow, that's my little YouTube rant. But if you look down below or on the side in the description, you'll see all the cool stuff that I've got here, what we're going to talk about in the news, what we're going to discuss. I've got a tag for Invest Answers, and that's this YouTube channel right here. Kenny sent me a link to one of his videos. He does deep dive analysis of charts and all kinds of information. He does a video every single day, which I admire, and you might want to check him out. I've seen several of his videos over the last couple year or so, I guess. So you might want to check out his channel. I don't know his name off the top of my head. I didn't see it here, but that's the name of the YouTube channel, Invest Answers. And some blogs and Substacks that you might be interested in, some new networks, a site where you can find Solana and Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain pre-sales, kind of a cool site. Do your own research. Do it with caution. What we're going to talk about tonight, affiliate links. Here's an affiliate link for the Trezor Safe 3. If you're interested in checking out this product, I would appreciate it if you would use my affiliate link. I've got affiliate links for Ledger products. Don't forget the Ledger stacks should be out soon. I'm in the first batch. I'm expecting mine this week or the next. I'll believe it when I see it. Got a lot of products down here that you might be interested in that I've done videos on. If there's a product link down here, I've done a video on it. And then we have all of the news stories in case you want to check out the news stories in a little more depth, and some ways to get in touch with me if you have a problem or an issue or want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I don't do a whole lot on Instagram. I should do more, but I do my best. So check out this stuff. And of course, shoot me an email if you have a question, a burning question, you can't figure it out. I'd be happy to help you through email. Also, we could arrange a consulting session for a price if you're in need of one-on-one. Shoot me an email. We start with email. All right, let's jump into the news. I want to try to get through the news and jump right into our troubleshooting and demo stuff for the night. And I'll keep my eye over here on the chat window. Fred McIntyre, thanks for suggesting likes and subscribes. I appreciate that. Crawbillies, thank you. Scott Lee, thanks for being here. Hugh Franklin, yeah, he knows about that new YouTube format. All right, so spot ETFs approved. Big news for the week, but Gary Gensler didn't vote on them. Here's why. Unlike the Bitcoin ETF, which was voted on by the entire SEC group, or whatever the heck they call themselves, the commission. The Ethereum ETFs were voted on by the trading and markets division of the SEC, and this is a little different than what happened with the Bitcoin ETFs, but it is said that it is fairly normal and that the entire commission does not vote on every single item of before them, right? So a lot of these are delegated, and it looks like the Ethereum ETFs were delegated, and it's sort of kept it a little bit under the hood, I guess you could say, so that people's votes were not public, so nobody knows who voted yes and who voted no. And of course, Gary Gensler can get political cover by saying, well, I didn't vote for it if anything goes wrong, right? So, yeah, not a very popular guy in the crypto community, Gary Gensler. All right, and so we saw what looked like a buy the rumor, sell the news pullback of Ethereum. After the announcement of the approval of the Ethereum ETFs. For those of you who don't know, an ETF is an exchange traded fund, and there are lots of ETFs out there for lots of different commodities: gold, silver, nickel, copper, other types of commodities. There is a Bitcoin ETF. Basically, it is a way for an investor to purchase a share of a fund that holds the underlying asset. In this case, it's Ethereum. And so it's an easy way for people to invest in Ethereum without actually having to hold Ethereum, which is good. In some ways, not so good in others. We're going to talk about that a little more. We've talked about this with the Bitcoin ETF. And then if you check out the video on Invest Answers, he had a pretty decent video where he was talking about the truth behind ETFs. Let me just link that one down there. Basically talking about how if there is any market manipulation going on with ETFs, and he's sort of analyzing the figures and crunching the numbers. So if you're wondering about that, you might want to check out his video. I think it's a pretty good video. And so, but there was a pullback, but it looks like Ethereum has sort of bounced back. Now, we were kind of hoping that it was just going to take off like crazy after the ETF was announced, similar to what happened back in January with Bitcoin ETFs. But 3740 is not bad. Neither of these are not too shabby, shall we say. Gilbert, thank you for that subscription. This is kind of bugging me. Yeah, I could see the little crease behind my green screen back there. We still could see Ethereum take off. But if you recall, Bitcoin and Ethereum were down last week and the week before, and we saw a pretty good run up in anticipation of the approval of the Bitcoin ETF, and we've only had a slight pullback. So, look on the bright side of things, right? We all expected Ethereum to jump to the moon and maybe break 4,000 and, push towards 5,000, but 3740 is nothing to sneeze at. So that's kind of where we're at. I'll let you read the entire article. There's some technical analysis on this, and basically just saying, hey, don't look now, but maybe this pullback is not really a pullback. Now, the ETF decision by the SEC could spell good news for a lot of other cryptocurrencies that are similar to Ethereum. Now, the whole conflict, especially with Gary Gensler, is whether or not a cryptocurrency qualifies or is defined as or regulated as a security. And there's this thing called the Howey test, which you can use to determine whether an item is a security or not. And Gary Gensler seems to believe that most cryptocurrencies are securities. But the approval of the ETF, the last minute kind of flip, was based on a court case. And we talked about that last week, where in the judgment of two men that were accused of manipulating the Ethereum blockchain for profit, or hacking the Ethereum blockchain in a way, the court stated that several things about Ethereum that made it not a security, that defined it as something other than a security. And so that was one of the reasons why the ETF was approved. And but you'll still hear back and forth where people are defining Ethereum as a security and others not as a security. Now, one of the interesting reasons or things that was adjusted at the last minute with the Ethereum ETF applications was taking out any language related to Ethereum staking. If you're not familiar with the Ethereum blockchain, it is possible to stake Ethereum and earn Ethereum by doing so. It's a technical process, and it's basically just built in to the Ethereum blockchain. You can hold Ethereum, stake it, and earn a return. Just as it's part of its functionality, right? Which is sort of unheard of when you think about like a bank account or a CD or anything else that earns a return. It's because of some centralized party that's it's holding it for you and paying you a return. Whereas with Ethereum, you can hold it yourself. You control the private key, stake it, and earn a return on it, right? It's built in. So this really scares the powers that be. So the staking functionality was removed from the Ethereum ETF applications. And whether or not that's a good thing, we're going to find out. And some of these other news stories are going to address that issue. But here is a rundown by a DeFi exec saying that ETF approval might not be a good thing because of decentralization, right? While the community celebrates the approval of spot Ether exchange-traded funds, one industry executive has criticized the centralized nature of these products. So basically, we're making Ethereum more centralized. Big firms are holding huge chunks of Ethereum, and this is bad for decentralization, right? This is really not what Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies were designed to do. So I'll let you read the rest of that article. And then here is the discussion about staking, right? We know we can stake Ethereum. And you cannot with an ETF. And it would have been really good that if you were to buy into an ETF, that you would also participate in some staking returns. But of course, Gary Gensler didn't like that. It just, it blew up their head. They didn't like the fact that, this new technology is able to somehow give a return on an investment as part of its functionality, right? So, but can they still thrive without the staking? And I think yes. I think there'll be people buying Ethereum, buying into Ethereum ETFs, basically because managing crypto is difficult, right? That's kind of what my channel is all about, is education and learning how to deal with cryptocurrencies. And believe me, it is not easy. I'm learning stuff almost every day, and from the questions that I get from people, it's obvious that it is difficult to wrap your head around cryptocurrency and cryptography and, advanced mathematics and hardware wallets and all this stuff. So yeah, I think a lot of people would prefer to just pick up the phone, call their broker, and say, "Hey, buy me some Ethereum through an ETF, and hopefully I'll make some money." Right? That's really why a lot of people are into crypto in the first place, basically just for investment, and then having to learn how to manage it is sort of the price they have to pay for this great investment that they're in. And so I still think that a lot of people will flock to these ETFs. But also, and actually this is, I don't know which article covers it, but one of the speculations is that people seeing now that Ethereum ETFs are available and making it legitimate will start to learn more about Ethereum and maybe realize that, hey, if I were to manage this on my own in my own wallet, I could not only invest in Ethereum, but also earn an Ethereum return by staking. And you can do native staking if you have more than 32 Ethereum, and that's a lot. But there are lots of services out there like Lido that allow you to stake small amounts of Ethereum and get that return. So not only do I think there will be a lot of people buying Ethereum through ETFs, but there will be this whole subset of people that seeing the legitimacy of Ethereum, seeing the return on investment that people are getting from Ethereum, they'll look deeper and they'll think, hey, maybe I should be staking, right? I should be managing this on my own. So we'll see. And then we talked a little bit about this earlier. A lot of other coins might benefit from the ETF approval of Ethereum, and Solana might be next. Who knows what the next coin will be that will be available as an ETF. So might be interesting as things go forward, right? Solana being an alternate chain, very similar to Ethereum in the fact that it does function as a virtual machine. It has smart contracts. It has sub tokens. You can buy and sell meme coins on the Solana blockchain, just like you can over on the Ethereum blockchain. And so Solana could benefit from Ethereum ETFs, could get its own ETF, or people might be drawn to Solana once they've heard about Ethereum, and then they're saying, hey, look, I love this Ethereum. I love that it's a good investment. I love that I can stake it, but darn, these fees are really high. And then people might say, gee, haven't you heard of Solana? Solana's just like Ethereum, but faster and cheaper. So we'll see. Right. And then I've got all of these articles linked down below. There's 3 questions about the SEC's ETF approval. And I think this was the article. They talk about the politics of the approval, what it means for Ethereum. And I think this is that section where people might end up staking Ethereum outside of ETFs. Yeah. And what does this mean for chains like Solana? All right, so I went a little long on the news. I'm trying to keep the news to the first 15 minutes. I want to jump into my topic for the night. Let me just quickly get caught up. Hopefully there's no burning questions here. Eduardo from Mexico, welcome. Scott Lee is a nerd wannabe, and he knows I'm a nerd. Scott has been supporting me and my channel for years now. Makes us both feel old, but I always felt, had a friend in Scott when I first started getting going on this channel back in 2017, and then into early 18. At one point, Scott kind of came along and started giving me that little bit of validation by commenting on almost every video I post. And so I have a soft spot in my heart for Scott, and it's always great to have him here in the live stream. So Eric Moore, I'm sorry, but I haven't heard of that coin that you're talking about, and I don't really focus on coin evaluation. I'm more a self-custody educational channel. I would love for you to just hang out, and we'll just talk about managing crypto, because that's what I feel is very important, and but it is not easy, right? So we're going to talk about the Trezor Safe 3 tonight. And I have one here in my hand. Now, this is what's known as a cryptocurrency hardware wallet. But I want to talk a little bit about the term wallet. The term gets thrown around in crypto quite a bit, and it's not a very concise definition. What's confusing about the term wallet is that it can be used in many ways when we're dealing with a crypto hardware wallet. So, and I say crypto hardware wallet, but tonight I'm going to try to make a distinction between the hardware device and the wallet. So if we're calling Trezor Safe 3 a hardware wallet, which is, it is sold as a crypto hardware wallet, you have to realize that this device is only part of the wallet, right? This is really not the wallet. And a lot of people get the feeling that their cryptocurrency is stored inside this little device. It is not. What is stored inside the device, first and foremost, is the private key. And we talked a little bit about the secure chip element, or the secure chip element. I think that's what they call it. There it is, a secure passphrase and secure element protected. So a secure element is basically like a circuit. There it is in the middle there. And it's usually made by a third party, and it is secret by design. But don't get all bent out of shape because it's a secret. This is a good thing. This is the same technology used in your ATM card or your credit card, those little chips that are on your credit card. Those are secure element chips. New passports have secure element chips built in to make them secure and to prevent tampering. So in the past, the Trezor was fully open sourced architecture, and they still sell the Trezor 1 and the Trezor T at reduced rate, and those are fully open sourced architecture. And they're good in their way, right? But really, a modern cryptocurrency hardware wallet should have a secure element chip to prevent tampering. And almost all of the major crypto hardware wallets out there have secure element chips. The Ledger, the Trezor, the Tangem has secure element chip. If you're not familiar with Tangem, all of these add to the security of the device, right? And I did a video this week on the Ledger Nano S Plus, and I got a lot of flack. Oh, Ledger's been hacked, Ledger's not secure, Ledger's got backdoored, and all this stuff that is pure speculation. There is no proof to that. And the main beef of people is that it's not fully open source, and that's why we should never use Ledger. I get a lot of those comments too. I'll never buy a Ledger again. Well, hey, Ledger implements a technology that uses secrecy, and so does every other crypto hardware wallet. So I'm not going to harp on this too long, but I did want to make that distinction. Now, another interesting separation when we talk about wallets. Now, this is the Trezor Suite software. I can't get any smaller. Let's just so you can see. This is the software that you install when you set up your device. Now, you need this to set up the device. The same with Ledger Live. In order to configure the device and install apps, you need to use this native application. And the same with Trezor, right? You need to use this to get the device set up. But what I really wanted to point out here is that we have they call them assets, right? There's a Bitcoin asset group. There's an Ethereum asset group. I've got some Solana in here. You can see I have an empty XRP and an empty Cardano asset group. These are all considered wallets, right? They are, you might think of them as sub-wallets within the Trezor Suite. So we can think of Trezor Suite as a wallet, but it's really not a complete wallet without the private key. And then we also can use the term wallet when we're talking about the individual accounts as well. So that's kind of one of the things that I wanted to point out. And Joseph, thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate that. Not urgent, but could you kindly direct me how to look into various addresses, please? I wish to monitor follow addresses. Hope this makes sense. I'm not sure what you mean specifically, but I'll take a stab at it. There are ways. Now, Bitcoin addresses. Well, first of all, let's just talk at the top level, Joseph, about blockchain explorers, right? Let's see. The blockchain.com is one of the biggest ones, and it's a Bitcoin blockchain explorer. Now, I will submit my own humble Bitcoin address here. If we go into my Bitcoin wallet and do a receive, in order to get, well, I think I can do this without, yeah, I can just grab the address without doing the hardware check. Just to a quick and dirty explanation. Example here. Where did I go here? We can paste in my Bitcoin wallet address in a blockchain explorer, and we can monitor my Bitcoin wallet. Not a lot going on in this wallet, just one little incoming transaction, or so it says. Actually, the reason that it's not showing any activity is because of a function of Bitcoin wallets, which is that every time you, after you make any transactions in a hardware wallet, or any kind of Bitcoin wallet for that matter, the next time you make a transfer into that wallet, it will generate a brand new receiving address, right? So we have the private key, which in the case of the Trezor lives on this device. We have the public key, which is another really long number that generates out the public information of the wallet. And then on top of that, on top of the public key, there are a multitude of receiving addresses that the wallet can generate. So when the wallet generates a new receiving address, it's basically an empty wallet, and you can send crypto to the wallet using this address. And then the next time you ask Trezor Suite to generate a new wallet address or give you an address of this wallet, it will generate a brand new address. This improves privacy. Now, you can reuse the same address over and over again, but you will see there's a whole history of transactions. Now, also, the Trezor Suite has access to the XPub key, which is a more generalized address of the entire Bitcoin wallet, which shows you all of the transactions. So here you can see the incoming transaction of this wallet. There's been a few ins and outs, right? But I think maybe what Joseph is asking about is maybe following a particular address of a large wallet holder, so that maybe you want to see what that particular wallet is buying. And that is a technique used by traders on maybe the Solana blockchain or even the Ethereum blockchain. You can look at giant big wallets. So like, for example, let's go to DEX Screener. DEX Screener is a tool that you can use to look at what's going on a lot of different chains, right? So we can look at the Solana chain, and then we can look at, this is just like the most active coin right now. And you can scroll down over on this side and hover over a particular wallet. You can't see it because I'm in the way. So if I hover over this wallet down here, these wallets are doing trading. I'm just kind of giving you a quick and dirty explanation, but you can follow this particular wallet and look at its trades. Now, I may not be doing this properly. There are different ways and tools for doing this. I don't really, wasn't really expecting this question, but that might be what you're asking me about, is can I follow large wallet holders? Because that is a tool that traders use to evaluate coins. So if there is a giant DEX wallet or a wallet holder who's making big trades in his wallet, when that wallet goes into battle or trading, it's a good indication that it might be a good trade, right? Because one of the major big wallets is in on the trade. So I'm not sure if that's what you're asking me about or not. But there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. But I wanted to sort of get into this whole idea of using your Trezor Safe 3 with the Rabby wallet. So, but there's a few things I want to point out in advance on that. So first of all, if we look at the dashboard of the Trezor Suite, you can see that there are several wallets. We talked about this, right? There's Bitcoin wallet, there's an Ethereum wallet, and there's a Solana wallet. Now, the Rabby wallet is a Web3 based wallet. You can install the Rabby wallet as a browser extension or even as a desktop application on your computer. And if you do that, you can create a standalone Rabby wallet, right? They're going to give you a seed phrase. You'll write it down just like you would if you were setting up a Ledger or a Trezor device. That seed phrase is your backup. Store it in a safe place. Don't lose it. And don't reveal it to anyone else, right? That is the cryptographic representation of the private key in human readable format. And if something happens to your computer, or your hard drive or your browser, or you accidentally uninstall Rabby or whatever, you've got that seed phrase to restore your wallet. Now, the weakness of the standalone Rabby wallet is that it is a hot wallet because you are storing the private key for the wallet on your computer, which is connected to the internet. That's the definition of a hot wallet. A wallet whose that the private key is exposed to the internet. Now, this is not a deal breaker, right? Lots of people use hot wallets every day, and they're fine, they're safe, they're secure if you manage them properly, don't reveal your seed phrase, and make sure that your computer is free of viruses and malware and behind a firewall and all that good stuff. And don't go crazy clicking on weird websites and connecting your wallet to potentially malicious websites, right? But other than that, the standalone Rabby wallet is just fine, and you can use it. But we want to implement more security by utilizing our hardware device. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my Trezor device and get the PIN entered. And then one other thing I'll mention is that the Rabby wallet is an EVM compatible wallet, or Ethereum virtual machine. It only works with EVM chains like Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, Optimism, Arbitrum, Base Network, Binance Smart Chain. It works great for all of those chains. And that's really cool because you don't have that functionality in the Trezor Suite. But the Trezor Suite can see your Bitcoin and Solana, XRP and Cardano, whereas the Rabby wallet cannot. Let me get back to here. Right? The Rabby wallet only works with EVM. So first clue that I'll let you know is that there's going to be a slight difference between the coins you can see in Trezor Suite and the coins you can see in Rabby. But the advantage of using Rabby is that you can connect to third-party dexes. You can trade on Pancake Swap or Uniswap or 1inch, these decentralized exchanges with the security of your hardware device, protecting your wallet. So let's go over to the web version of Rabby. Let me start a new tab. So you can see this is my existing Rabby wallet. Now, one thing that I will also point out, if we click here, you can see that I have created several different types of wallets within the main Rabby wallet. So here again, we've got a wallet that they're calling this Rabby wallet, but within Rabby wallet, there are lots of other little wallets, right? And each one of them is an independent crypto wallet. So you can see up here that I've got my Ledger Nano X based wallet. I've got Alex's Ledger based wallet. I have this CryptoDad main wallet, which is what we talked about earlier, a hot wallet, which was created within this wallet, right? This actually was imported using the seed phrase of my standalone MetaMask wallet, right? This wallet here was created by importing a private key from a different wallet, right? And then I also have another seed phrase that was imported into this wallet, right? So these wallets down here are hot wallets. These two wallets up here are cold wallets. And so a lot of people get confused. They say, wait a minute, you just connected your Ledger device, which is a hardware device, which should never touch anything, to a hot wallet. Bad you, right? No, how dare you, Rex? Well, that's not what's going on here. By connecting a hardware wallet to Rabby, you are using your device as intended. Right? The device is being used to secure the Rabby wallet and make those particular accounts cold wallets, right? So let's, enough talk. Let's connect this guy. So first I need to enter my PIN. Stop talking, enter your PIN. All right. All right, I'll go over here. I'm not that crazy about the interface for the entering your PIN on this thing, but I'll survive. All right. All right, so I have got my PIN entered. Let's pull in this secondary camera over here so you guys can see the device a little better. All right, let's resize this just a tad because the Trezor device is slightly different shape than the Ledger. All right, there we go. So I want you to be able to see my device and what's going on. I sometimes have some issues trying to demo these because I'm reaching around. It makes it awkward, but we'll muddle through here. So what I want to do, Asil, thank you for that donation. Yes, well, you can stake cake on PancakeSwap in a liquidity pool. So yes, you can, and you should be able to do it using your Trezor Safe 3 once you get it connected, right? We'll touch on that kind of stuff. All right, so but let's get it connected. So here we go. We've got the Rabby wallet is ready to go. You can see I already have a bunch of other wallets. And another thing I like about the Rabby wallet is that you can what do they call it? Whitelist outgoing addresses, which makes it really easy to move crypto back and forth, right? I'll do a demo of that once we get this connected. So we've got this Coinbase US dollar coin. We got the Binance US BNB. We got my Trezor Safe 3. That's outgoing. I'm not sure what that's for, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at this. I think this is something else. Actually, I believe that is this same wallet here as outgoing, right? 37.01 ETH. Is that correct? Yeah. It's the same wallet, right? Because I've actually sent to this wallet from Rabby. But now we want, but that's an outgoing whitelisted address. That's not what we're talking about here. We want to create a standalone wallet within Rabby that can be secured by this device. So enough talk. Let's hit up new wallet, right? It's up here on the right. We'll hit new wallet. We could add, create new wallets all day long with seed phrases. We can import seed phrases. We can add an account to an existing seed phrase. We can do all kinds of cool stuff with Rabby. We can even import a MetaMask wallet. Awesome stuff. But here we go. We're going to connect a hardware wallet, and they've got all these great options, right? They've got Ledger, Trezor, Grid Plus, Keystone, OneKey, Bitbox, IM Token, Cool Wallet, lots of different wallets. Now, for me, the Keystone and the OneKey, well, I think the OneKey would be like a connected wallet, but Keystone uses QR codes, a little bit of a learning curve, a little tricky to do. And for me, it doesn't always work well because I have 5 webcams and the wallet is trying to figure out which webcam I'm on. Doesn't always work for me. But anyway, enough about that. Let's hit Trezor. And now, one thing that I have already done is install Trezor Bridge. So if we go here, let's see here. We go to apps, Trezor. Well, I don't see it. I thought that they had a standalone application called Trezor Bridge, but I think now it just runs in the browser. But depending on the version of Windows you're using, and if you're using an old browser, it might ask you to install the Trezor Bridge. But I think now the Trezor Bridge just kind of runs within the browser, right? So I want to connect my Trezor Safe 3. I'll click this. All right. I'm going to click here, don't ask again, so I don't have to see this every time I connect my device. All right. Here, and it says, read the public keys from the Trezor device. We are exporting the public information. That's what this device is designed to do. Allow the public information of the wallet to go out to a software wallet. That's how Trezor Suite works. So we'll go ahead and allow Rabby Wallet. Now, notice here that the Trezor bridge, which is running in my browser, is telling me that I should update my firmware. And I could do it here, but I'm not going to, not tonight. I don't want to get bogged down. Let's go ahead and do this export. Now, here is kind of a tricky thing. If you look over here in my Trezor Suite, I am looking at a standard account. This account is accessed by me launching Trezor Suite and connecting my device. Now, I also told Trezor Suite to, well, I can't see it here. Well, it's not going to do it. But I told Trezor Suite to remember this wallet, so I don't have to have the wallet connected to see this wallet. All right. But this is the standard wallet. And see what happens when a lot of people connect their Trezor device to a third-party Web3 wallet like Rabby or MetaMask, they get confused right here because there's a blinking cursor telling them to enter a passphrase. And so they get confused and think, what, I need to enter a passphrase? And so they enter a passphrase, and that gives them access to an empty configuration because this configuration is the standard one. There is no passphrase associated with this configuration. So we don't want to, in the normal use, use the hidden wallet unless we're aware of what we're doing, right? Unless we have a hidden wallet. So we need to choose standard wallet here. That can be confusing to some people. Right? Plus the device was saying enter the passphrase. Now we get to this little confusing page, which is showing us all of the available Ethereum addresses. Now we can click over here to get some on-chain information, and we can see that this is the Ethereum address over here that we see in Trezor Suite. So if we go here and we do a receive, because the device is connected, it wants me to confirm this. I'll go ahead and do that. But notice this is the exact same address that we're seeing here, right? A036C. It's the exact same address. We are accessing the exact same wallet. We're just doing it within Rabby. Why are we doing it within Rabby? So we have more powerful tools. We can connect to DEXs. We can, send crypto back and forth between all our whitelisted wallets. We can connect to decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap, and we can access additional chains on top of Ethereum through Rabby that we cannot access in Trezor Suite, right? So we're getting a better, more flexible, more powerful wallet. So let's go ahead and enable this address. We'll click done. And now Rabby Wallet has access to the Trezor Safe 3 Ethereum wallet. Once again, notice you do not see your Bitcoin when you're in Rabby Wallet. Rabby Wallet doesn't work with Bitcoin. It's not compatible with Bitcoin. We do not see our Solana. Rabby Wallet is not compatible with Solana chain. They might add that functionality down the road. All we see is the Ethereum, right? This is the Ethereum that we're seeing access to. Notice too that the Tether tokens are in this Ethereum wallet. So if we go to overview, it doesn't include the dollar value of the Tether. It would be nice, right? If we go to dashboard, I think we can see that. Well, you can't even see it here. It's kind of weird. But you see it in Rabby. Like if we go over to Rabby, notice if we go to Rabby, we see a total of 90. Why do we see 90? Because there is some Ethereum in here, that 0.1 Ethereum, and the US Tether that I showed you over here, right? But doesn't appear in the total for some weird reason. You'd think it would, but it doesn't, right? So Rabby is a little, we can manage a little better in Rabby. Dollar-wise, we can see the total dollar value of not only the Ethereum, but also the tokens in the wallet. Also notice there's a little bit of BNB in this wallet. I don't know when it got in there, but it did at some point. I don't know, I put it in there. So we have total access now to the wallet exported from our Trezor Safe 3. This particular wallet is being protected by the Trezor Safe 3. Once again, if we look at all of the wallets that I'm managing in my Rabby wallet interface, there are multiple wallets. This wallet is still a hot wallet, right? This wallet is not being protected by the Trezor. This private key wallet is not being protected by the Trezor. So just connecting a hardware wallet or hardware device to Rabby or MetaMask does not automatically give hardware protection to the entire wallet interface, right? These are all separate wallets, right? This wallet is being protected by my Trezor, by my Ledger Nano X, not my Trezor. So there's a compartmentalization that we need to be aware of, right? So let's go back over to this wallet. Whoops. Let's just stick with the Trezor wallet. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to turn this camera off for a second because my arm's getting tired holding that thing up. I wanted to transfer some crypto into this wallet. Pretty easy. We just grab the address here, copy it into our clipboard. Let's go over to our Coinbase account. I've got some tokens in my Coinbase account. I want to manage some base in this Trezor Safe 3. So the first thing I'll do is send some Ethereum into the Rabby wallet that's being protected by the Trezor Safe 3 or the Trezor Safe 3 account. So I'm in the send interface. I'll go ahead and send it all, and then I'll choose the network and the recipient. The network I want to do is base. These base tokens I'll only be able to see with Rabby and not with Trezor Suite. I know, it gets confusing, doesn't it? I'm just going to turn that off. Now the address, we'll paste that in there. That's the address of my Ethereum wallet, or let's just say the EVM address being managed by Rabby, because you'll notice that Rabby is going to automatically detect that this is not regular Ethereum. This is base type Ethereum, right? Because I'm using the base network to make my withdrawal. Let's go over here. Let's go put in my code. Off it goes. And we're done. That should show up in Rabby pretty quick. We can just do a quick refresh, and it's Rabby Wallet sees it. Notice there's a new icon here now. Rabby Wallet saw that base tokens came into this wallet. So now there's a separation here. I can click here and see only the base token, which is pretty cool, right? Let's go ahead and put that US dollar coin in there as well. All right, let's withdraw the US dollar coin into that exact same wallet using base network. and we'll paste in the address there, and we'll send that out. And we're on base. There's the address. I need my two-factor. I'm going to let it cycle here real quick. 572640. Off it goes. And we're done. And we can go back. Whoops. We can go back to the Rabby Wallet over here. Do a quick refresh. And now we've just received that base token. It's really fast, right? Now, let me do something kind of interesting here. I've got my Trezor Safe 3 connected. It's protecting this account. I would like to send this US dollar coin back to Coinbase. Just, so you can see what an outgoing transaction looks like. So I'll click here and I'll do a send. And then if I go up here, I have a whole bunch of whitelisted addresses. I can send to my other wallets that I'm managing, but I can also send to these whitelisted addresses, right? Here's the Coinbase US dollar coin address. It doesn't change, right? This is my address, so don't send any coins to this address. You'll have your own. But I'll go ahead and send to the Coinbase US dollar. Let's just send, let's do 25 just for kicks. We'll click send, and let's get this camera going. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Let's hit send. All right, the Trezor Safe 3 is managing this wallet. So when I click begin signing process, Trezor Connect comes back up again. Tells me to export again. And then, okay, now what's it doing? I thought this, okay, let's try this again. Okay, sign base transaction, I like that. It notices that it's for base. Now it wants me to follow the instructions on the device. So like I said, it's a little bit tricky for me to do this, but I'm going to do it. Continue, right? And then I hold, you can see there's two buttons here. I'll hold both buttons to confirm. There's what I'm doing, sending US dollar coin. Fee is really low. I'll hit both buttons and off it goes. Rabby finishes up what we're doing. We can go to Rabby. We can do a quick refresh and the balance has gone down, right? We can see if we go to base that there's only 25 US dollar coin left in the wallet. And if we click on this, we should be able to, I don't know why I don't see, what does this blocked mean? Oh, okay. I don't know why I don't see the outgoing transaction, but that's okay. We'll go back over here. Now Coinbase is going to be a little confused, right? It's like, what's he doing? He's sending coins in and out, in and out. That's fine. Where'd this go? Right. Now we got the 25 US dollar coin back in Coinbase. So let's do something a little different. Let's go ahead and we'll send that back. And this time, actually Coinbase doesn't work with the Binance Smart Chain. And I don't want to use any of the other networks because I don't have any Ethereum in those networks. You need to have some of Ethereum in each network for fees, right? I'll just send it back to base. We'll use this one. Off it goes. And we'll put in our two-factor. And there it goes. Off it goes. So I did kind of run out of time. I wanted to do a little more on this Trezor Safe 3, but notice that once we have access to the Rabby wallet with our, and we should see it back in there again, we can actually do swaps from within the Rabby wallet using this account. Like we can go over to Base and we can use our US dollar coin, right? We'll select a token. Let's find a cool Base token to deal with. Let's see what's hot, what's not. Base meme coins are hot on CoinGecko. Brett's doing pretty good today. So let's go ahead and buy a little Brett. We click on it. We get the contract address. This is the, whoops, you can't see that because this camera's in the way. Oh yeah, you can. It's over here. Yeah, grab the contract address. Go back to Rabby. We got to start over. There we go. We'll paste in that contract address. There's the token we're after. Let's do 25. Let's do, we'll get quotes. Now we're going to need to sign a few things. So let's get that taken care of. We'll approve US dollar coin in Rabby, and that should, we've never interacted with this. We can safely ignore that. I'm aware. Begin signing. Ledger bridge pops up again. Right? It wants me to, it just tells me to confirm what I'm doing on my device, which is signing a transaction, and then continue and confirm again. All right. And is it going to do the entire, okay, there's the swap. We need to do that. Let's do that again. Here comes Trezor Bridge to help us out. It wants me to follow the instructions on my device by holding both buttons to confirm this trade. And then continue. And confirm again. And the swap should have gone through. And we'll check Rabby. And we'll go here and see if we go to Base. Didn't it look like the trade didn't go through? Let's double check. Give it a minute. Yeah, I still don't see that. Let's try again. It's, oh, okay. It looks like the approval went through, but not the trade. Let's just try one more time. I have Brett in here. Well, let's paste this. There we go. All right, let's do 25 again. Let's do get quotes. Let's do 1 inch. All right, let's try this one more time. It wants me to follow the instructions on my device. All right, we'll confirm. We'll continue. We'll confirm. And hopefully the trade will go through this time. I think it did this time. Yeah, see, now we have the Brett. Like, and we can, up here, we can separate the chains, right? So we managed to buy some base meme coin, all within our Trezor Safe 3. So the Trezor Safe 3 is protecting this wallet, right? But only this wallet within Rabby, right? As I mentioned, I don't want to harp on this too much, but notice I'm managing a lot of different wallets in Rabby, right? But we're just talking about this one particular wallet that is protected by the Trezor Safe 3. This is a cold wallet because it is, the private key for this wallet is being managed by the Trezor Safe 3. And this is really cool because I cannot do this in Trezor Suite, because Trezor Suite does not support the Base network. Trezor Suite does not support the Optimism network or the Polygon network or all of the other networks that I can use my device for when I'm in Rabby. One thing I'll also mention is that there is a desktop version of Rabby as well that you can download and install, and we should be able to connect our Trezor to that and see the exact same wallet. So let's try. Trezor Bridge comes up within this. Don't ask me again. Anonymous data collection, nah. There it is. Allow, export, use the standard wallet, right? Remember? And then we can click here for the on-chain information. It sees the chains over there, so we'll enable that in Rabby. And then how do you finish this? Oh God, shouldn't there be like, here, let's, it did, I don't think it did it. Oh yeah, it did, okay. Yeah, okay. I was like, where is the, where's the okay button? But it did, right? It's the same exact wallet that we're managing over here, right? We're just in a different interface, right? I've decided to use the desktop, which is fine. If you want to kind of keep things separate. Maybe you're a little leery of using your browser, that kind of stuff. So, but once again, we can manage using our Trezor Safe 3 hardware device. We can use Rabby Wallet to manage our assets, trade assets, transfer assets, do all kinds of fun, powerful stuff on chains that are not supported in Trezor Suite, right? But we can't access our Bitcoin. So don't freak out. I get this a lot. How come? Oh, where's my Bitcoin? I set up the Rabby wallet. I connected my Trezor device, but I don't see my Bitcoin. Where is it? Right? Well, it's over here in the Trezor Suite, right? And then the opposite. I get that one a lot too. I'm like, hey, I bought some base token. I bought some Brett token in Rabby Wallet, but then when I go over to Trezor Suite, I don't see my Brett token. It must not be there because I don't see it in Trezor Suite. No, you don't see it in Trezor Suite because Trezor Suite does not support the base network. That's why we're using Rabby. So you need to kind of wrap your head around that you're using a different wallet to support, more functionality and more chains. But the important thing is that we're using a secure hardware device to manage the private key. So that's kind of what I wanted to clue you guys in tonight. I hope you enjoyed my short little presentation on how to use your Trezor device with the Trezor Suite and with the Rabby Wallet desktop and with the Rabby Wallet browser extension, right? It's a very powerful tool for managing cryptocurrency, all with security of your Trezor device. Cool stuff. I'm just going to hang out a little bit and see if there's any questions, because I've been blabbing all night long. I'm trying to keep these down to 1 hour. I've gone just a little bit over. Let's see, Shannon, I bought a Trezor and a Ledger and they don't work on my Chromebook. Why? Because the Chromebook is not a Windows-based machine. The Chromebook only runs the Chrome OS. And I mentioned earlier very briefly that you can use your Ledger device and your Trezor device within the Chrome browser, which we've been doing most of the night. But in order to do the initial setup of the Trezor and the Ledger uses the Ledger Live software. The Trezor uses the Trezor Suite. These applications are, they have them for Windows, they have them for Linux, they have them for the Apple M platform and the Apple Intel platform, but there is no Trezor Suite in the Chrome OS. So that's why you can't get your devices set up. The same goes for Ledger. Thanks for that question, Shannon. I'd pay you, but I don't know how to use tech. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. Just enjoy the show. I have wallets, but as soon as I go to use them, some new version comes out and then some upgrade to them, and I get flustered on what to do, and it's why I'm here, LOL. That's great. Thanks for being here, Abel. Check out the rest of my channel. I have a lot of wallet setup videos, a lot of wallet management videos, how to use different types of wallets. But yeah, you definitely need to keep your wallets up to date because crypto changes, right? Crypto is not static. It's always changing. Not only are there new cryptocurrencies coming out a lot, there's new functionality with existing cryptos. Like the Solana blockchain might improve itself. The Ethereum blockchain went through a big upgrade last year. And the hardware wallets are flexible enough to incorporate whatever changes need to be implemented to accommodate these new improved blockchains. Not to mention, there's bug fixes, there's new features within the devices themselves. So yes, you are going to get hit with a lot of, hey, this needs to be updated. You need to update your software. You need to update your firmware. It's a fact of life. Crypto is cutting edge technology, so you definitely need to keep your software and your firmware and your apps up to date because they're just trying to keep up with the current state of blockchain technology, right? If this stuff was easy, we wouldn't be in here. Dan, thanks for being here. Dan is here. Check your exchange and see if Solana is available to send USDC to Ledger Nano X. Not all exchanges. Oh, he's answering V. Can we send US dollar coin via Solana to Safe 3 or Nano X? Very good question, V. You can send Solana-based US dollar coin to Solflare, which you can manage with a Ledger device. Unfortunately, Solflare does not support the Trezor device. At least not yet. So if I go here and I add a new wallet, they don't support Trezor devices. So don't send US dollar coin Solana base to your Trezor device using Solana or Solflare, right? You can only do it with a Ledger device. And don't send US dollar coin in Solana format to the Rabby wallet because the Rabby wallet is not compatible with the Solana blockchain, at least not yet. It's only compatible with the EVM chains, right? So half of your question is a yes. You can send US dollar coin to your Solflare wallet, and you can use a Ledger device to manage your Solflare wallet. But unfortunately, the Trezor Safe 3 or the Solflare wallet does not support the Trezor Safe 3 device yet. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, that's another thing you have to kind of keep in mind. You have to be very careful when you send to different chains, right? The best practice to avoid any horrible losses is always do small tests first. So if you only send $10 worth of Solana token to your Rabby wallet and it goes into, Nowheresville, you've only lost $10 as opposed to, well, I'll just send 5,000 to my Rabby wallet and you find out, hey, that doesn't work, right? If you accidentally send Solana-based tokens to your Trezor Safe, you should be able to see them in your Trezor Suite because Trezor Suite does support Solana, and you might see your US dollar coin in here. You might not. The Trezor Suite has recently added Solana support, but it's not flawless and it's not consistent. It doesn't work for every single Solana token out there. Some tokens you can send in here and you'll see them. Some tokens you won't be able to see. And I think you might be able to do some Solana trading within this wallet, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you wanted to try and send a little US dollar coin in Solana format to your Trezor device, it wouldn't be that address. It wouldn't work anyway, because if you say you're sending it on the Solana chain, Coinbase would expect a Solana address. But you could get the Solana address here, right? And send some. Well, actually, I think we can. No, I don't have anything left in. I don't have anything left in Coinbase to do an experiment, but it might show up in your Trezor Suite, but it's not going to be very useful. Because you can't, I don't know, I don't think Phantom Wallet supports Trezor Safe 3 either. Let me get to the last of the questions. Trezor is legit. Uses Google-based operating system. Yeah, we talked about that. Nice idea, managing Trezor and Rabby Wallet. Thanks for that, Paul. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and sign out tonight. It's a beautiful weekend here in Grand Rapids. I hope everyone enjoys their Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to fire up the gas grill for the first barbecue of the season. It's had its cover on it. It's been snowed on over the winter, and now we're ready to break it out and cook up some steaks on Monday. So I hope everyone else has a wonderful weekend. Let's see what we got here. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would give it a like. Get it? Subscribe to the channel if you want regular updates when I post new content. I appreciate it. I do live streams every Saturday night. Sometimes if I'm in the mood, I'll do one on a Wednesday. I post standalone content. I posted a Ledger Nano S tutorial video this week. So check out my channel. If you can also Google my name, Google CryptoDad, and then after my name, just put a space and whatever you're interested in, whether it's Keystone, Trezor, Ledger, and you're probably going to get some hits on my videos, because if there's a crypto wallet out there, I've probably done a video on it. Kenny, thanks so much for being here. Dan, thanks for being here. Thank you for the donations, Asil and Joseph. Thank you guys very much. Thank you everyone that came and watched and listened. Thank you everyone that asked a question. I really appreciate it. If I did not get your question answered, please shoot me an email. There's an email down in the description. Just scroll to the bottom of the description. There's a bunch of contact information. I would love to get an email with your question, and I'll do my best to solve your issue. So if I didn't get to your question tonight, please shoot me an email, and I apologize if it fell through the cracks, and but shoot me an email and I will get back to you. I think I've covered everything. We do this every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you guys again soon. Have a good weekend.